Welcome back. Here we are with episode 15 of Chrono Trigger, heading into the Lair of the Reptites. This is Idran.
This is Roxie.
And this is Ambi.
So, last time we came here trying to save the kidnapped villagers, and jumping right into combat.
As always. Straight to the action.
Yep.
What is that little weird purpley alien?
That's another kind of reptite. They do look kind of like graves, though. I wonder if that was on purpose.
The truth is out there.
Some nice doors here.
Those are rad doors. Hey Roxie, can we get doors like that?
No.
Oh.
Well, if humans had doors like that, wouldn't they have to be human skulls?
Can we get human skull doors like that?
I mean, if you're willing to clean them, then sure.
Get some nice bone polish.
I think you have to leave them out in the sun to bleach.
Literal ribcage.
Well, I mean, the reptiles can't be all bad. They're into recycling.
They're into being efficient.
Yep. Using every part of the animal. So the reptites are eating people?
Apparently, I did not realize that.
Oh, that's fun.
And new tech for Ayla.
Cat attack.
Well, I guess that means they don't run out of food.
Cat attack. A savage cat attack.
Straightforward. Hey, it's Kino. I mean, we could just open the door, but this works too. You know, is it just me, or would Kino be a horrible chief?
Pretty horrible, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ayla's exit, though. Just praise the sun.
It is egg treasure chest first. It is neat to see the dinosaur civilization being the more advanced of the two.
I guess it's because they have magic on their side.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's one way to go about it.
Yeah. Well, it's their own fault for putting those switches there. These are another of the kinds of enemies when you happen to attack them, they counter-attack for you. Works both ways, though. The enemies will also hit them so that they spew lava on you.
Huh.
Pink Avian Rex is kind of a cheap name.
King of the Skies.
Cat attack. That was indeed a cat attack. What are the Reptites doing though? Are they just sort of jab, jab, jab?
I think so. Maybe kicking. Let's take a look at Volt Bite.
So, Ayla 4, new best party member?
Ayla has always been second in line to Fortnite.
I don't know.
So you're saying you'd like to see a party with both of them?
For sure.
But I mean, you have to choose. You can only have 2 of Frog Knight, Ayla, and Robo. And that's a tough one.
Looks like we didn't get away from those monsters after all, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't drop them down, then this is just empty.
I like the pterosaur just sort of standing over there, shouting at the ceiling.
He looks happy to me.
He's got like his hands on his waist, and he's looking up. I think he's being like, "Gosh, we've gone a long way."
I never even noticed he had arms.
Oh. That cave moving pretty quickly there. Bye guys.
Oh, nice. There they go.
Pterosaur putting his hands on his hips again, going, "Oh, locks, here I go. Down to pit."
Here we have one of those great RPG staples. The teleporter maze.
Oh boy.
Now, it's not that hard to just sort of brute force your way through it. The tricky part is getting all the treasure at the same time.
How do you tell what parts are teleporters and what aren't?
You can't. You just kind of have to run around and see what teleports you.
I'm pretty sure that's like at least 11 different flavors of bullshit.
Yeah, this room is honestly maybe one of my least favorite rooms in Chrono Trigger.
The Ceratopper. And you gave it tomorrow. Why could you? Something with that rad a name.
Really don't want you to get that treasure chest. The secret, though, is just to run over to that random tile there. Some more Mesomail.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm one of those RPG players who always gives all my best stuff to my favourite characters. Just blatant favouritism.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, in the Steven Universe Attack the Light game, I pretty much just gave everything to Amethyst.
I can't do that with a game. I'm too focused on keeping everyone as even as I can. I'm one of those people that in Pokemon is always rotating to make sure all of my party's at the same level.
Oh, well, yeah, I do that too, but, like, just because, like, if you have to use a Pokemon, you want them to be all at, like, a nice level.
For me, it's just because I like seeing the levels all the same number.
Yeah. Mine, it sort of varies, like, depending on the game. Some games I usually try and keep everything sort of equal and level up there. On the other hand, sometimes you get a game like Ruby, and then you start off and you've got Blaziken, and you get Groudon later on, and you don't really need the rest of your party.
Blaziken's the best.
Groudon covers pretty much everything. And yeah, Blaziken's the best. Firefighting, ground, and Groudon has like his one-turn Solar Beam, which is such a great thing, but I'm glad they put in.
It's also interesting, by the way, that this is sort of the trap dungeon. I mean, it seems like Reptites aren't just magically advanced, and I think I might have mentioned this before, but they're also technologically advanced.
Oh. I got a lot of magic tech.
Yeah. Because they've got all the switches and the teleporters and the doors that actually lock and all that.
Cat attack.
Yeah, the other switch, if you push it, just opens the door. The first one's the only one that makes the monster shoot out.
Huh.
There's a lot of things like that. In that room earlier where I fell down the pit when I opened the chest, it's only that chest on the side that makes you fall. The other one's just a normal treasure chest.
Oh. Well, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
One of those guide down moments where you know it either from having played the game before or by guide.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Off Ceratops.
Just pointing us right to her.
Are we not fighting Triceratops?
He's apparently just letting us through.
He's probably like, these guys are killing everyone in their way, I'll live a little bit longer.
I think maybe he's just too busy flexing to like notice people. Oh, no.
I think he might have been right, Ambi. Just, oh wait, I've got a job.
This is a special place, it's where I lost.
I spoke the second.
Oh.
So this guy is a little different from the original Isbell in that you can keep making his defense lower and lower if you keep smacking him with lightning, which makes this fight go a little faster than the original. Or at least feel faster. I don't know if time-wise it actually is. I think this is the first time I show off haste, too.
Thousand damage down.
Yeah, you get some pretty high numbers in this fight.
Jesus. That wasn't too bad, though, with their HP levels.
Yeah. Tough part will be his other move that we saw the first time around. He lets the electricity out.
Oh boy. That's going to be just a little bit nasty if we're putting all this in. Oh yeah, there it is. Darn.
Not that bad, honestly. The damage I don't think even actually goes up as you put more electricity in.
Oh.
Which is kind of weird. That'd be a nice balancing tactic, but...
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's basically just a mini-boss anyway, honestly. We still need to face off against Azula. This kind of also shows off just how boss-breaking haste really can be.
Just a little bit. Just
Yeah,
haste the person casting haste everybody else.
Getting 2 turns for every one of theirs is really nice. And it might also help to cut down some of the time some of these boss battles take in video.
His defense seems to sort of hit at rock bottom. It doesn't seem to be doing much more.
Yeah,
Where the fuck did he just go?
he melted. Yeah, you really want to make sure not to keep your Triceratops at room temperature.
Did we get a nice haiku yet?
I don't think we're at a haiku point, but
Oh.
we're getting there.
The prodigal son returned. And is soon slaughtered.
Here one day and gone the next.
There he is again.
Why do they all have weird lips?
I don't know. I guess it's to make the mouths more obvious. That's the only thing I can think.
And it's sort of what's the name of the art director guy?
I'm blanking on it now. Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Like it's kind of his style. He does it for characters in Dragon Ball Z a bit as well.
He seems to do it like for villains, but yeah. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
I think all the Namekians like in Dragon Ball have it. It's for anyone that just doesn't have a sort of human skin tone usually. Whoop. Just sasses out of the sky.
I mean, they do technically have wings, but I'd love to see one actually fly.
Pterosaurs from heaven. Well, that escalated.
Clearly it's gonna be us.
Well, that sounded a little bossy.
They have Dex plus 40.
And just like, yeah, big slow lizard just sort of wobbles out of his crown and then just does an acrobatic pirouette off the handle.
Off the throne.
Off the throne.
And switching on some Ruby Vest because this coming boss is pretty fire focused, so I think that's 50% less damage.
Fucking hell.
Does that mean that Lavas could be the red star?
He might be, actually. Also, this is one hellaciously cool looking thing. Black Tyrano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, it's amazingly, like, colored and shit.
It really is.
For the Super NES, that is really good.
It moves. God damn.
Why, yes, Ambi does.
No, I mean, like, the face is animated.
Yes, Ambi does.
Eat shit, Roxie.
Okay, Ambi.
I'm sorry.
Little hard to damage right now, seems like.
Just a tad.
Can you aim for, like, Azala instead, or?
Yep.
Magical.
She's got some pretty nice psychic powers.
Then again, the Black Tyrano doesn't seem to be doing that much sort of damage with that fire breath. Oh boy.
Yeah. Though it helps that we changed up our equipment before we went in to give ourselves some fire defense.
Cool. So does anyone besides Morale get haste, or is that the sole reason to keep her on the party?
Sole reason.
Yeah, there won't be any other reason.
Yeah, her damage isn't that great, especially since we've got another party member that can use water magic as well. And she's a pretty good healer, but she's not a very good multi-party healer.
Oh shit. Poor Halo.
She just got wrecked.
A little bit. But yeah, from a mechanical perspective, Frog and Robo are usually better choices than Marl.
Anyone's a better choice than Marl.
Oh. Sick bro.
You're really not going to have fun once we get to her side quest.
She has. Does every party member have a side
She's such a
quest?
brat.
Yeah, she's getting better though.
She's
little by
a
little.
slightly better brat. She's Angelica from the Rugrats.
She's not that bad.
She's Angelica.
Angelica was a monster.
She's Angelica when Angelica is an all grown up. That's
Oh, I never saw All Grown Up, so maybe she improved by then.
slightly. Hence why she's a slightly better brat.
But yeah, actually, every party member except for Chrono gets their own side quest.
Does that mean we already did Robos?
Oh no, I mean actual side quests, not main story stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's pretty bad. I want to
Yeah.
see Robos. Robos is going to be great.
Yep. Not to go too much into spoilers, but the way it works is at a certain point, the world kind of opens up where you can choose to do all these side quests or go right to the end of the game.
So, is this kind of where, like, that started? With, like, you do side quests for your party members? In order to get, like, a better ending or something?
Starter? It's not so much ending related. Well, actually, some of them are kind of ending related, I guess. But it's more just to get stuff for them and get some story for them. I don't know if it started here. That feels like it might have been one of those things that started in some not very popular game before this, and Chrono Trigger popularized it. Just
Yeah, I'm not that sure. Like, it's a reasonably common sort of RPG thing for each character to have a side quest to unlock their ultimate piece of equipment or whatever, what have you.
It's
Yeah.
super common
like-
now, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Final Fantasy VI did that pretty heavily, but I can't remember offhand if it came out before or after Chrono Trigger. I think it came out a year before Chrono Trigger, so it might have been Final Fantasy VI that popularized it first. I mean, the entire last third of the game of Final Fantasy VI is basically optional side quests.
Like, I'm not sure of any other games like Mass Effect like Mass Effect 1, you can do side quests and you get like special PC equipment, I think, for party members whenever you do.
The Baldur's Gate games did that sort of. They were pretty open-ended in general, but since they were kind of like the first really open PC RPG that was story-heavy, that might have been more where Mass Effect got it from, especially because it was BioWare.
Yeah.
Phantasy Star Online also kind of does it.
Oh, I've never actually known like how much story stuff Phantasy Star Online had. Was it pretty heavy, like storyline-wise, or?
Yeah. I mean, there was like a main storyline-wise, but by doing side quests, you'd find little things that like hinted at the ending or like made the ending seem more solid.
Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, I always thought it was more like an MMO type thing. By the way, we kind of didn't notice it happening, but what happens with Black Tyrano is he'll drop his defenses, do this countdown thing, that's your time to do a lot of damage, and once the countdown hits, he does this hit all party members with strong fire breath attack. And this is really why we wanted to come in with Ruby Vest, because that was half of the damage it would have done without them.
Okay, then. So without the Ruby Vest, it would have done a good 60-75% of like everybody's hit points.
About that, yeah. Somewhere around 300 damage to everyone, when they're all around 450 to 500 right now. You know, I've been thinking about doing some of the not BioWare actually, some of the Black Isle PC games for the channel at some point. I thought that might be fun to go back and see those.
I have no idea what those are, so it would be cool to see.
Yeah. They were D&D based isometric RPGs that were really story heavy.
Okay.
And with a lot of the in-party banter and selectable party members thing that Dragon Age and Mass Effect had later on.
But is it like actually good, or is it like
they're really great.
Oh, okay. Because like I anticipated it to be like really cheesy, like TV
there are some D&D based games like that, but no, these are legitimately good.
Okay, that's cool.
They were kind of like they were sort of the inspiration for Dragon Age, basically.
Do they use like the same mechanics as D&D, or
literally the same system? Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 used 2E, and then Icewind Dale. I think the first Icewind Dale game used 2nd edition, but one of the later Icewind Dale games used 3rd edition.
Yeah. Because I remember that being like one of the sort of main critiques against Baldur's Gate and Planescape Torment. Being that rather than like try and create their own system that emulated D&D, or like the actual process of it, they created something that emulated the mechanics of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Fallout almost went that way. Originally, it was going to be a GURPS-based game.
Jesus.
But the company lost the license to GURPS, so they created Special instead.
I think a GURPS-based computer game would probably be alright, given how in-depth GURPS is.
Yeah, GURPS would be perfect for a computer game. I'm surprised it hasn't actually happened before.
Y'all need to get on that.
I think at this point, most computer games have sort of realised that RPG games tend to be sort of set up to be played at a table, and the mechanics don't translate all that well to a computer where all the rolling and randomization is done behind the screens.
Then again, D&D Online is still poking along, apparently.
I wouldn't say that D&D Online is alive. I think that it is like some kind of undead lich dragon thing that is just sustaining itself on the souls of its users.
So then what does that make Pathfinder Online?
Reanimating a dead horse?
Nah.
I mean, this is Pathfinder Online, where, as part of the beta, you could pay $500 to reserve, like, your own camp or hut or place for 90 days. during which it couldn't be destroyed.
Alright. Here we go, finished up. Chrono learned life.
He's all grown. Well, that was a pretty cool day.
Just crawls out.
Yeah.
Blackjaw did a pretty cool, like, face melting thing as well. Pretty somber music for, like, defeating the boss of these.
Well, we didn't want to,
guys.
like, totally, like, make them extinct. Like, just stop fucking fighting with us.
Yeah.
Is that the red star falling?
Wow. What?
It just looks like a weird virus.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, or like, even pollen, maybe.
A virus for planets?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the point of their... If it just stops spinning, I could actually guess what it looks like. Because it looks like it has like a pretty spiky cellular wall. Oh, well, shit. It's happening.
Kino comes to put the boot into the Reptites. Just, oh, I see, you beat the boss. Just kick him a bit while he's down.
Yeah, please save him.
Her, actually.
Oh, her. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's, to be fair, they never actually show it in this version. They don't actually use a pronoun for her until the DS version.
Take her with you. No. We could have had it all. Can't one of the dactyls just carry Azala in their, like, talons? Claws?
They probably could, but she doesn't want to be saved. She knows the time of the Reptites is now over.
Oh shit.
Wait, so Lavos landed there.
On there?
Yep.
Well, what's the noise?
Lavos' scream.
It's a giant Pokemon. The worst of its kind. Marl stating the obvious.
So, Lavos lands now. Has landed. Will land.
No, Ayla. No.
Ayla's the best.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
Little dots on a field of rocks.
Okay.
Really far zoomed out.
Okay.
But I mean, that's a good point. If it just landed, it's probably pretty weak.
Pee on it.
And, oh, it's already done.
It's already been
and
peed on? Oh, okay.
Damn.
But it left a gate behind. That's interesting.
Maybe Lavos is a virus? Like, sort of, like, if it functions in the same manner.
Burrows down, infects cells, and...
We are not ready, Ela.
We have to check out what this gate is, though.
This is the worst idea ever.
I liked that whenever they entered the gate, Chrono just sort of like stood there, Ayla posed, and Marl like sort of slumped in defeat.
Marl, boy, this is exciting!
Are we atop Death Mountain? Yes. Yes. Good.
I thought you'd appreciate that, Roxie. It doesn't look like Death Mountain, and we'll have to find out more about this era next time.
Found out in the next video.
It's a vast snowscape. Anyway, we'll have that next week, so until then, like, comment, and subscribe.
And favorite, if you would like. But yeah, do all those things. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.